everyone, this is Zaza.
I'm Fix.
Welcome to
The Walk.
The Walk of Self-Belief. Oh, yes.
The walk of self-belief.
Wow. That's powerful. That's really powerful.
And I think it's something that we don't appreciate or take much value into it.
Yeah.
But it's very important to believe in yourself.
Oh my gosh. It is important.
Yeah.
As much as we of course, God is the center of it because we believe in God. But also, it goes with also believing yourself. It's not just about believing God, but putting yourself down. You see, so it is believing God, with your all, but also believing in yourself. So it kind of like goes together. It's self-belief, realizing a lot of things about yourself because we it's like we don't care. We do care, but it's like we don't care about ourselves. We don't pay attention. We don't pay attention to would say, oh, Uzaza is this person. Uzaza can do this. Oh my gosh, Uzaza. We don't see anything that we can do as something. And if somebody else would be wanting to do exactly what you are doing. And they'll be thinking, oh, I feel he's really good at this thing. When you don't see it as you are good at that thing because it's just something that you do.
You do,
but it's something, it's a strength, you are very good at it, but when you don't see it, and you always bring up hands all the time talking down about yourself and all those sorts of things, So what is self-belief?
No, definitely. I think, self-belief is really, first of all, realizing that God did magnificent work in you. There's great work and there's great arts that, and God, thought you to being. So knowing God and who he is and the power and the greatness that he has, it then sort of trickles down, as you were saying, believing in yourself because you're a creation of God, and so it sort of like trickles down in terms of knowing that you are incredible, because you're a creation of God. You are
created.
And so however then you encounter anything, you should have the belief that you are capable, you've got the capability, and it does say in scripture that I will not, lead you or put you in a situation that you can't handle. So clearly, whatever the situation, wherever God is leading you to, you've got the capability of handling that. And just believe, that you will do it. You are able to do it.
You are able to do it. But this is where the problem is. We don't believe we are able to do it. We always try to maybe let me call Afigile, or let me call this person, or let me call this person. Because when you absolutely have no confidence in yourself, you don't think it is even possible
that would happen.
The thing that always plays in my head is if that person can do it, I also can. Like that's always my motto. If that person can do it, if that person could have said, if they said no one could have done that thing, then I could think, maybe. That's the thing. If that person can do it, I can also do it. I'm a creator of God. That person is a creator of God. So if that person can do it, I'll also do. I'll go for it. I'll do it as long as it's something that I really want, I'm passionate about. I'll go for it. I just remember this time when we first, because we come here and then we work and we become these care assistants and stuff like that. So working as that, as a care assistant, I just worked. And at the back of my head, I wanted to study. And what kept playing in my head is, how would I even manage? How would I even manage going back to school? How would, this thing just kept going on and on. And then instead, I was always making excuses. Just working,
year after year.
Then one day I just sat down, that was when I got sick. I got sick and I had TB.
Oh, the time you traveled to South Africa. Yeah.
And I sat there coughing. It was really bad. And I sat there and I remember thinking, having a chat with God. And then after that, I just remember thinking, Guti, if I die here,
what have
I done?
Mm.
If I die here, did I even get that time to actually know who am I? Who is Zaza?
Yeah.
You know, what is Zaza capable of?
Mm.
You know,
yeah.
I sat there and I just thought, you know what, when I go back to that UK, they will see a Zaza they have never seen in their life.
And that Zaza came flying, you know.
And I came
with all the
so
obstacles,
much,
by the way, that you had, because you were about to have Ulandoka, Unosi. Yeah. You're about to, you're about to have Nosi.
Nosi was after. I think, Nosi was on the second year. Nosi was on the second year. I had
What's the time where the lecturer said, hey, lady, I think you need to give yourself a break. That was Nosi. That was second year.
So when I came back and I just thought to myself, you know, I need to change. I need to do something. I went to the college and I started to find out what do I need to do. What do I need to do? Oh yeah,
because you started college. You know, I'm thinking
remember when we used to be calling you and like, what's this? You know, like trying to find out, oh, okay, what's this thing?
Yeah.
So I pushed myself and I went to the college. And, you know, I did. And of course, I had an obstacle there of the divorce that I went through with my
which was difficult,
which was also something. I mean, the devil will act. When the devil sees you moving,
but you still stood, you know, you still stood,
he will act too. So something else will be pushing you down, but you'll be like, you know what, I am not changing anything. So I continued from college. After I applied for the university, I went to the first interview and boom. They said no, they cannot say. And I remember sitting down and thinking, that was a hit. They cannot take me. I felt like, oh my gosh, I felt like I've lost, you know. It felt, I felt it. I really felt it. And then I was like, anyways, we'll try the universities. I came back with my attitude and I went back and I tried Anglia Ruskin University. And I was actually on the list of people that they approved. I was actually one of the first ones they called in the first whatever. They approved me there and then, you know. And I was like so happy. I was so happy because I remember sitting in the bus. I was sitting in the bus and I was going through my stuff and I was on my way to work. And then when I saw a message there, I saw an email that came through and then it said, congratulations, you whatever. I screamed in the bus. Oh my God! You know, so
like excited.
And that was it.
You were not driving at the time?
No, I was in the bus that time.
Oh yeah, I was in
the bus that time. Yeah, and then after I started university, first year, and then you know, cause but what I'm trying to say, guys, would see. We put ourselves down. We think that we are not capable, but everybody is capable. You know? I didn't need magic. We said that determined Zandile and whatever.
You just had to clarify your mind and say, my mind. No, I'm doing this. And actually,
God had to take me in a sick bed where I'm about to die for me to realize. For me to realize that, you know what? I am somebody. I have so much. Because you're just sitting there and you're coughing. And then you're thinking, if I die this moment, then what can I point when I get there?
Like,
what am I going to say to God? What did I do?
Yeah.
You know? I said, no. I just went like that. I just flew. You know?
Yeah.
And now I'm a social worker.
Exactly. And that's incredible. You know, for me, one of the... I was starting to talk about it because I thought that's like the one you're hitting, which was very inspiring. So you just had Nosi at the time.
Oh, yes.
And, you know... and
there was a lot happening.
Yeah, there was so much happening.
And in a relationship.
And then there's like your work as well. Like, everything was just happening at the time. And how you managed to just tell yourself, because the lecture was like to you, no, I think take this year off.
Yeah.
You know, and you're calling me like, Fix, the lecture saying take this year off. You know, and I remember you just telling yourself, you're like, no,
I'm
going to do this. And whoa, man, oh my gosh, you did it. And I was like, yay, this lady.
I had work.
You had work.
I had uni. on the
child
unit
to
placement
Landuka,
as
and
well.
then you're going through a whole lot of like family issues in terms of, you know, and it was like managing that. Whoa,
Yeah.
you stood.
Yeah,
You stood.
I stood.
You stood.
I said, this thing is not going to bring me down. I am
Yo,
going to get that degree, come
you know,
rain, no shine.
And that's the power of, you know,
of believing in yourself, you know, because and then you don't let anything come in your way. Because I felt like me taking a year off would be me having to think again, like, yo, to come back again. No, I said, no, wait, this is not happening. Everyone was like, are you sure you're okay? I said, you know what, I'm brilliant. I'm going to continue until, as much as I was hurting that time, I was crying, I was in whatever, but I stood up because the belief that I had in myself drove me to that, you know.
And I think once you push and pursue something, the devil's going to come.
Oh, yes.
Because he's making sure that in no
Every
ways,
angle,
because there's power to self-belief, there's power to believing in your ability. And so he wants to take that down. He doesn't want you to have that strength.
Yeah.
And the thing is, which was what you did not do, allow him to win.
No.
You know?
And
I think it's very important that, you know, we do that. And one of the things that makes us have self-doubt is this comparison thing. You know, you look at Usons and you're like, yo, I'll never be able to do it like Usons and all that. You're not meant to do it like Usons. That's why you are Uzandile. That's why you are Afidile. You know, that's why. You know, because, you know, the uniqueness of you makes it that great. You know? And I think people don't appreciate uniqueness.
No.
You know, and there's beauty in seeing it.
Or whatever. Just do it for you. Do it for you.
So it's very important.
Yes. So, how do we begin to believe in ourselves?
That's, and I think it's important to just have that in your mind, because there's been a lot of things that have happened in our lives. There've been so many things that have happened. And one of the things that you were saying is that, you know, looking at someone and saying, oh, you've managed to do that, so I should be able to do that. But I think even deeper than that, just the thing of within yourself to look at something and saying, even if it hasn't been done, the God in me is saying, it's possible.
You can.
It will happen, you know. Because I need to be honest, you know, there are so many things that, you know, God is speaking to me. You know, and a lot of them I'm like, yay, these things, no one's done this. Like, you know, and it's a thing for me of having to go beyond myself, you know, and really trust in God, in what He's instilling in me, you know, and that it doesn't need people's approval. It doesn't need people to make sense of it. Just that belief that God has placed it in me and I'm able to do it. You know, however it looks, whatever people think about it, this is the calling within myself.
Oh, wow. That's very powerful. Oh my gosh. That is very powerful. And like I said before, it took me deathbed
to like
you
really need to,
right. And sometimes God will take you down there. God will take you down there
to push you to get to the thinking part.
To push you to reflect. Because that time for me it was like just work, family work. It was like a routine. You know.
And it's like this.
And God is saying, no, you're too comfortable. You're too comfortable. This is not where you're supposed to be. And immediately when you are comfortable, it's not right. You need to be uncomfortable. You need to shift. You need to be, you know, in a
something
position.
Should shake and move.
Something should shake. You need to think of something and be uncomfortable thinking about that thing. That means that's exactly where you're supposed to be going. When you think of something and it's uncomfortable and you're thinking, no, that's exactly where you're supposed to be going. You know, beginning to when you begin to sort of have self-belief, it's strengths. It's to look at your strengths as well. To look at what am I good at. It's knowing who you are. Let's just start there. It's knowing who you are. You know, it starts there. You know, knowing what uzaza can do this. So going there, it goes gemanje woman strengths. Don't look at your weaknesses. Don't work with your weaknesses, because immediately you go to the weaknesses, you're going down again. You know, look at the strengths. What does Uzaza like? Oh, Uzaza really likes doing this. She likes cooking, or she likes doing this thing. What can cooking do? You know, what can I do with this cooking thing that I enjoy? Because I'm enjoying this baking, or I'm enjoying this cooking. What can I do? Or maybe I can start a business of myself, a business of cooking, whatever. Or I can bake. I can start a baking. You know what I mean? Like do something.
Yeah.
But you have to work. You have to start with your strengths. Oh, I'm a weakness as well, because I'm telling you, weaknesses, they are there because they are weaknesses. Then you don't look at them.
Yeah.
So that is very, very, very important. Yeah.
No, I think that's very important. And the thing is, you know, there's in scripture where it says, do not fear. I think there's something powerful about that in terms of even the situation might, you know, the facts might stand to be that, you know, if you do this, you won't have money, you'll be broke, and this is, and those facts, and those facts will be the facts. You know, the thing about do not fear gives you the confidence of saying, look, I'm not going to be imprisoned by what the norm is, or the financial situation, or what it may be. So let it take me homeless. You know, so let it be that. But that do not fear, you know, gets you to believe in something greater and bigger than yourself. You know, in knowing that you are living in the fullness of who you are. You know, when David says, you know, the Lord is my shepherd, there's nothing I lack. It's not talking about what your financial situation is. It's just talking about that there is nothing within you that you lack. So whatever the position, the place, the space that you're in, you are able to overcome, because the Lord is your shepherd. He guides, he protects, he's leading you, he's with you. And I think that's something that we should be carrying in this area of really believing in ourselves, because we will be able to do it. You know, and it's not going to be done by us sitting and hoping.
No.
Nor will it be done by us sitting and praying. By us sitting and being expectant.
You know, it
says, you know, faith without works is dead. It means your faith is useless if it has no works. You know? You can believe that you will run that multi-billion company, but if you're not starting the company, show that, you know, that move. Believe in yourself that it will happen. You know, it will happen.
It's very powerful. When you spoke about the fear, you know, it just took me back, because, you know, when I started with the studying and stuff as well, it was a fear of, I'm not going to be making money. I had to be going through that.
And all the lists happened. All the lists happened. All the lists happened.
I won't be having money coming in from my ex-husband. And this is me now. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, hey, how am I going to do it? I have to pay rent. I have to pay everything in the house, water, everything, whatever. And I sat there, and I've got work where I'm working full time, where I'm very much comfortable. I'm paying I'm working and I'm paying my things. But now there comes this school, this university.
Money is
tight
now.
Money is tight now. You know what? That didn't even stop me. Because I just thought to myself, if we every time we're gonna be worried about finance, and
money is a
never
barrier.
Gonna get anywhere.
Money is a barrier in trying to pursue. Because the thing, if you think anything that you're gonna pursue is gonna be settled, God say, and all of that, no, it's not gonna, you know, work smoothly. There's gonna be rough edges, issues there. But if you are not persistent and believe in your capability of going through it, then you won't ever do it.
No.
you won't ever do it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to live with the what if.
No.
Go. Do it.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
As much as the money goes down, let it go down, let it whatever. And I honestly, I want to be honest, that time even I went on debts. Because of that. But I was like, these debts will be settled in the future. I'm not even bothered about debts. I just call those people, I can only pay this much and this is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to be stressing myself about the debts right now. Because I am working on Zaza.
Yeah.
And it's like that. Because when Imali, it's there. We find it here, we die, it's still here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't change anything.
Yeah. And I think also it tests you. It tests your heart.
Yeah.
Not having money and all of that tests your heart. Do you really believe in this? Because if the money is there and all of that, you can say, I believe. It's just that the comfortability of money is there.
Yeah.
But now without any comfort, do you really believe in this?
Yeah.
And it's proven by your work and by your actions.
Definitely.
Of going beyond the norm, of actually pursuing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, so we need to start with ourselves, concentrate on ourselves, love ourselves. Self-love is very important.
Yes, very, very important.
Self-talk is very important. The way we speak to each to ourselves in a positive manner, not in a negative manner. Very important.
And just do it. Do it.
Yeah. The power of believing in yourself.
The power of believing in yourself.
Things shift.
Powerful.
Things shift. You start to see something moving. Actually, if you're in the place where things are not going well, or this, or moshagalana, or stuff like that, you get to that point where you see everything going well all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. The power of the way it is powerful. You can't, oh my gosh. You just see things moving. You just see. And then you are happy, man. You are happy because you just see good time, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I used to tell myself something. Good see. Every year when the year passes, because at the end of the year, we would sit down and you'd be thinking, would say, okay, so what did I do this year? And every year it was nothing. It was coming nothing. You've been working.
Yeah.
Another year comes, I've been working. Yeah. So I told myself one thing, would say, next year, when the next year finishes, I will be pointing a direction. I will not be saying, would say, I've been working again. No ways.
Yeah.
There will be a direction. So it's powerful to start believing in yourself because it shifts. Things shift.
Yeah.
Things become, go on the movement, you see happiness within you. You see, we are chabula, man. When you see, when you're doing something and you it doesn't matter whether it fails, whether it goes where, but the important part is that you started it.
Yeah.
You did it. You stood there.
Yes.
So it's
like shift. Yeah, it's so funny. My pastor this morning when he was preaching, he quoted a scripture where it says, "You have stayed far too long in this mountain. It's time to move." And I think that's the mind, the setting. When you've been stagnant and you've been doing something over and over. I think there's a power in shifting. There's a power in stepping into a new dimension.
Yeah.
Stepping into a new sense. Because I think we grow. It's something that's in us. We have to grow. And part of, believing into the next venture is growing.
It's growing.
It's growth.
Yeah.
And we need to. Yeah. Because I think it changes the environment, changes the atmosphere, changes the whole genre. Because once we get too comfortable, there's an issue. You shouldn't be comfortable. We didn't come here to be comfortable. We didn't come in this world to be comfortable. We've come here to shift. We've come here to change things. To change things, to work behind, to be God's servants. We've come here for something. So if you start to be comfortable,
there's something that you're not doing right. Sit down and reassess yourself to check what is it that I am not doing. There's something that I really need to do, And failing should never, ever, ever get you down. Failing, that's when you need to push even more. Because when you start something, then you feel like, I knew it. I just knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done it because if I, because of that thing.
Yeah.
The fact that you stood up and did it, it has shown you what you are capable of doing.
Yeah.
So don't let the failure put you down.
Exactly.
Take that failure and push it up and keep going.
Yeah.
And do know the devil will visit. He will come in every angle.
He will
as
come.
Right center, whatever. You'll be there. But when and focus on what you believe in and believing in yourself. Would say I can.
Yes,
I will.
Yeah. And also, one of the things in the Lord's Prayer, it says, "Give us this day our daily bread." And there's this sense where a lot of us, I think, we're still eating from last year's bread, and we're meant to be, eating a daily bread. Seeking for daily bread.
Yeah.
So your last thing sometimes can be your imprisonment for the future, because you're still holding on to your last success, to your last,
I used to be this.
I used to do this. No, it's fine. You used to do that, and it's as great as that was, great as that was, and we can commend that. But that now becomes your burden because you should be focusing on your next. Your next. Your next. Always be that person of, next. Believe that you can do more than that. However grand you've done it, believe you can do more. You can do more. Because until you're still on this earth, there's something you still need to continue to give. Your existence says, still pour out.
Exactly.
Still pour out. And so it's the thing of don't let your experience be the thing that holds you down to the greater.
Moving forward.
And I think a lot of us, especially when we use this word accomplished, I worry about that word. Because when we talk about accomplished, it means it's like,
I'm a millionaire. I've got everything I needed. I've accomplished. I'm done. You are not done until God says you are done.
Yeah. So I think it's that thing of always constantly be on the move of pushing for more. Pushing, we want more. That prayer, we want more. Pushing for more. And so every time we go into something, believe that yes, I've done this, but I can do more. I can do more. Because for us to go, wow, this is great, is a thing of you've believed in yourself that your last one, you're not holding on to that, you're pushing, you're doing next. You did that, you're pushing, you're doing next. You did that, you're pushing, you're doing next. And that's the power of self-belief, because you believe in yourself that, this is not your last. You can do more. And we then get to enjoy and see all these great things that you've done. Because you've constantly believed that you can push and push and push and push.
And it's very important also to always remind ourselves, God didn't bring us here to be comfortable. God brought us here. He wants us to succeed. God didn't bring you here to sit down and think, there's nothing, I'm suffering. No, God brought you here to succeed. He is here. He is asking for us to come to Him. He's asking for us to come to Him in order to get to where our purpose is. So He didn't bring us here to suffer, not knowing what we're doing in this guy dumped me, my beliefs has already gone. No. He didn't bring you for that. You've come, he brought us here to succeed. So we need to stick to that. If my God brought me here to succeed, then I'll keep trying until I get to that success that He's brought me here for. So this thing, all the time, we're just putting ourselves down. We always, we're not comfortable in our space and everything like that. Are you correct? So we need to keep fighting. We need to keep fighting because, oh my gosh, you can do anything. The thing is, the power of, you can move so many things.
Yeah.
If only people could just know that. If you can just if you can just start, you can move anything in any direction. If you can just start. Yeah.
Just start. Just truly start. And I think that's very, very important for everyone to really take in. I think it's in Philippians, chapter 2, verse 19. I'm not 100% sure, but it speaks on, the will of God in our life, and that, it's God who has placed the purpose on us.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, guys. It's God who has placed the purpose on us, and so we should, the thing of believing in ourselves, of knowing that we've been purposed by God.
Yeah.
And so us pursuing our purpose is pursuing the will of God.
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important, that to know that we shouldn't limit ourselves, because we have been purposed by God to pursue this.
Yeah.
And, it's all about now maneuvering towards what it is that we've called for.
Yeah. And who is God? The creator. The creator of who we are.
Yeah.
So if he says, who can object?
Yeah.
That's all for today.
Yes.
We had a great time this weekend.
Yes, we did. So please
Don't forget to subscribe, give us your
thumbs up, and comment. We would really love to hear what you guys think about the topics, the episode, and if there's anything that you'd like us to add. Yes. So hope to see you soon on our next episode.
Oh yeah.
Bye.